DRP member for 11 months. JSJ member for a year. Holy cow. Welcome, guys. We're just getting started here, so bear with me for a moment as I finish getting set up here. And yeah, there's actually a bit to talk about. Both fortunately and unfortunately. We're going to be going into a lot of details here. Some of it's going to get maybe a teeny bit personal, but hey, we'll get through it. So yeah, I'll get rolling here in a second. As I finish up here, getting things where they should be going. I promise I know how to do this. I see we have Challenger here, ZBK Studios, Southern 207 Hobbies, Arctic Grey Wolf is here as well. Welcome, and Bandan's here. Welcome. So welcome everybody. Glad to have you. And we're gonna get going here. We're gonna get going. You may notice we are in fact on the experimental branch, which explains why we have the mastodon lettered after a certain appearance of this locomotive in a certain movie. I felt like having a little bit of a throwback. Baird Hill, welcome. And yeah, we got a decently full train here, so I think we're gonna get going. Now, I will say, we are experimenting now on the experimental branch, so that's kind of the good change. There's a lot of change to talk about here today. The good change is we are experimenting with the experimental. I'm slowly putting together V2 of the mod pack for everybody, so that way we have a new experimental version of the mod pack that we can use for community night. So that is happening. What's not so great on the change part, as I see Bandit's comment about neon green. So give me a second here. As I just deal with that real quick. What's not so great on the change front is, well, there's really no other way to put this. I lost my job at the end of last week. I am no longer gainfully employed. And that's been a bit of a shock to kind of work with. I wasn't given a reason. I was just told via email, not even in a Zoom call, because I did work remotely. But I was told via email that my employment was terminated. Was never given a reason, was never given any warning or anything like that. As a result, you may have noticed that the February stream schedule is, how shall we say, a little bit fuller than some other months. Now, what does that mean streaming-wise? I'm hoping it doesn't mean much of anything. Obviously, though, I need money to pay the bills. Since Friday, I've been actively looking for other employment. I've had a few screening interviews. I've had a few denials, before any form of interview took place. You know the job search nowadays. So it's one of those things where it was a shock. But I will say I had been looking to leave that place of employment for some time. I wasn't really happy there. It was a job to pay the bills. Like that's what it was. And you know, sometimes it's just some things happen for the better, and you just gotta roll with it. So did I leave the way I wanted to leave? No. Ideally, I would have left having another job, lined up. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case, as I overshoot this platform massively. This is what happens when I get monologuing. So pardon me one sec, we're gonna back up real quick. But yeah, I'm actively looking for other employment. And such, and I have been. I've lost count of how many jobs I've actually applied for. Had a few screening interviews, so I'm hoping the screening interviews kind of go somewhere. It's just a bit of a uncertain and bit of a, for lack of a better way of putting it, scary time. So, you know, fingers crossed on that front. This is not me saying, hey, help me make YouTube a full-time job. This will never be a full-time job for me. I know it won't. I would never expect that of you guys. All the support you guys. Rex, I'm still considering that. It's in consideration. I haven't outright ruled it out. There's another position I would actually probably go for before I go for that NS position, on the pure fact that it's closer. It's a half hour away and not 2 hours away. And angry, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm streaming, Rex, so no. But yeah, where I'm looking for it, and you know, I will always appreciate the support you guys give me on here and support elsewhere. I really do. It really does help. But if you're wondering why I've been kind of maybe not streaming the last little bit, it's been trying to sort this out. Bandon, I will never take or try to take Angry's job. Angry is amazing at his job, and he should be, frankly, in that job as long as he wishes. But yeah, and JSJ, I'm kind of looking at almost anything. I'm looking mainly in my field first. For those who don't know, my field's kind of instructional design, creating courses and curriculum, things like that. I'm kind of branching out a little bit to see if maybe anyone would take me as like a social media manager or things like that. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. It's mainly a kind of wait and see kind of a thing. You know, it's one of those things. And before I get too far off down this rabbit hole, somebody did ask, what's with the tanker? This is one of Beeman's auxiliary tender mods. So, you know, supposedly it's filling this with water. I don't see that happening, though. I wonder how it's supposed to fill it with water. Supposedly, it's supposed to be filling it with water. I don't know how. So if somebody could let me know that, that'd be great. All water lines are connected to, yeah, supposedly it's filling with water. But yeah, and so the people saying that a job at the EBT would be a dream. It would be, but the EBT owes me nothing. I enjoy being there as a volunteer. I enjoy helping out in any way I can. They owe me nothing. And I do enjoy being there. I will wholeheartedly admit that the track work session that occurred recently was very therapeutic. It was incredibly therapeutic, for lack of a better way of putting it. But yeah, basically the big update there is your boy Midland's looking for new employment, and we'll see how that goes. You know, we'll see how that goes. And yes, CSX Bandit Beeman was the one who actually put in that with the 28,000 gallons. I prefer this one because, frankly, to make the other one work, you just need a big engine, and by a big engine, I mean an engine that's not in the game yet. So. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Brakes. Brakes. There. Okay. We're doing okay now. Hey, look, underground. Baird Hill, it's not even in the works. It's live. It's on Nexus. Check your settings to see what level the oxygen keeps the default is 50%. It went up. It's keeping it full for the moment, so that's good. Yeah. I will also say, because Midland is looking for new employment, there is a non-zero chance that the February stream schedule may change, depending on when interviews take place and when if I gain new employment or if I don't. So yeah, we'll see what happens. The only thing I will ask is that you keep your fingers crossed, and maybe keep me in your thoughts if you feel that way. Keep me in your prayers if you feel that way. But that's entirely up to you guys. I accept your support in any way you're able to give it, even if it's just being here listening to you. So, Jay, thank you. I appreciate it. For those wondering, this is me kind of exploring the experimental branch, going through some of the changes. This is going to be kind of just a cross-line run to Andrews. That's why I have the aux tender in the shorter train, because we're going to be going up Red Marble. So, we're going to be seeing how this goes. So far, it's pretty similar. I know on the map here, if we look at Silva, there's a Y now, which is pretty awesome. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of how it is, but I'm a fan of the tail length, because big train. So, there's that. Also, can somebody let me know if the member scroll's working? I updated it before stream today, and I want to make sure that everybody's supposed to be on it. And thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. Member scroll works. Okay. What would I think of a 410-4? I think you would just need a 484. At that point, the extra set of drivers kind of overkill. Thanks, Savage. I appreciate you. I do my best. I do my best. And again, me saying, like, hey, I don't have employment is not, please don't take that as a, hey, you must donate to Midland. As much as Angry is kind of joking around saying support me, and as much as JSJ is saying give me money. Like, any way you guys support me, whether it's likes, comments, subscriptions, or even just watching, it all means a lot. And, you know, I will, don't feel like you have to throw money my way just because I'm currently unemployed. Like, it's seriously what you guys it's just, yeah, it's just one of those things where any and all support really does help, because I'm not gonna lie, my morale is a little bit in the dumps. The job search is not exactly a humanizing process for those who have gone through it recently. And if you're younger, I hate to say it, it's one of those things that a modern environment, it makes it very easy to apply for jobs, but it also makes it very easy for jobs to just not acknowledge your existence. So yeah. And JSJ would be ashamed someone donates, you have to update it again. And there he goes. Oh god. Thank you, JSJ. I will say, if you are a support crew member, recently we did have a poll go out on what the new mod pack would entail, and that was pretty much almost overwhelmingly of trying to get it to work with the experimental branch. So that's what we're going to try and do here. That's what we're going to try and do here, you know. JSJ, it's okay. He has other things he wants to throw money at. That's completely fine. And Bandon Flanagan wasn't a member. He was at one point. He's been getting gifted memberships every so often. And again, this is not me saying, hey, throw money at me. Like, please. Any support you guys give, even just if it's watching for 30 seconds, it really helps. However, I will actively encourage you to do something. And that active encouragement is actually going over to the Friends of the East Broad Top YouTube channel. You may notice that they are uploading a variety of shorts coming up. So keep an eye out. I will actually likely be adding a Friends of the East Broad Top YouTube channel content notified to our Discord. So you guys can get notified when those go out. So yeah, look forward to that. Yes, JSJ is too generous for this world. Good for you, Southern 207 Hobbies. Good for you. As I once again can almost overshoot the platform. Good thing these are coaches and there's no, like, executives. Good thing these are coaches. And sticky keys, of course. Yeah, Southern 207 Hobbies. I think you're what down in the around North Carolina. I don't know exactly where. And I hope you guys are doing well down there. But yeah, we're taking a look at the experimental branch. I will say not a whole lot's changed, but I don't think a lot's changed on this end of the railroad. I think it's just like a lot of cosmetic stuff in Silva. So let's see here. All right, you're all going to Silva, so we're going to depart. I will also say I hope everyone stayed safe during this morning's weather event. For those in Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, I hope that you were able to stay safe in the cold and ice this morning. I will say it's supposed to be warming up this afternoon, so hopefully, it gets warmer for you and all melts away and becomes pretty much a non-issue. Okay, excellent, Virginia. Excellent. And I'm glad that the 480 got added to Railroader. It was kind of a slightly more powerful engine that they just didn't have yet. Freezing rain in Ontario. Isn't that just like constant for you guys up there? So, okay, I want to see it. Okay. So basically, once this lowers by 100 gallons, the aux tender fills it to the top. Okay, I see how that works. Yeah, it really looks that way, JSJ. I will say, I don't usually do full blind runs. This is going to be kind of my first time doing a full blind. Yeah, I saw that. I'm hoping it doesn't. I've had enough of winter since the middle of December. Fast Duke Boykin, welcome. The aux tenders really do help, and they're kind of a nice vibe. I might do another one of these streams where we do a cross line run, but do like a stereotypical Northeast excursion train, maybe. I like the aux tenders. They're a good time. And email Mike, that wasn't really a secret. They had said that they wanted to restore that engine for probably about a year now. The announcement was really that Great Scenic Railway Journeys was helping out with fundraising, which is good for them. You know, more power to them. I hope that engine's restoration goes well, and I hope that things kind of get better for them. Yep, 722 scanner repairs, which is good. And Vevla's here. Welcome, Vevla. I do notice that we have some newer folks here. So again, change is weird. One, we're exploring the experimental branch for the first time really on my channel. For those who don't know, I've been kind of looking at mainly the main branch because I've had better stability on the main branch. But we are here looking at the experimental. That's just why we have the Norfolk and Western M-Class Mastodon 480. We have it right here. We're also looking at some other mods like the aux tender, some of the livery mods, etc. So that's a good change. And then, as mentioned earlier, your pal Midland here is kind of in the unemployment line at the moment, looking to get new work. Hopefully that results in something here soon. But yeah, unfortunately, last Friday I got told I was no longer needed. There's that. Change is weird, change is scary, but change is good. You know, hopefully change results in good things. I don't think much has changed around East Whittier. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, this all looks relatively the same. Jeez, JSJ, you better not get hit by a tornado, JSJ. I demand that you not get hit by a tornado. Now, I will say there is kind of a challenge. Dillsborough, Silver, and Andrews. New Brain Cell, okay. Well, I will say here, folks, there is kind of a challenge with this run. We have the aux tender and the normal tender. And the challenge is we're going to try and make this a one tank wall. That's right. We're going to try and make this a one tank wall. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. But that's why we have the aux tender. We're going to try and go across the map on one tank wall. No time limit. Just something we're going to try and do. And if you feel like making that easier or harder, entirely up to you. It should make it. But there's this wonderful thing called red marble. And right now we only have 2 passenger cars. If somebody wanted to donate to add more passenger cars, that'd be entirely up to them. Oh, nice, Vevla. I hope that goes well for you. I hope you enjoy that. (76 degrees, 79 degrees north). All right, we got paid. Let's see here. With your 10 gifts, add as many coaches as I think is fair. 10 gifts. Our usual price is $10 a car. Right? So that'd be 5 cars? Yeah, I think we'll go with that. 10 gifts equals 5 cars. How does that sound? Do we like that? I think we like that. Coach. 5 more. Northernmost settlement. Oh boy. All right, we have added 5 cars. And one of them still has a handbrake on. So now let's... Now I will say, equipment, passenger, markers A. There we go. Let's get our markers light. Right. There we go. There we go. We have markers now. Let's go. Well, I hope that goes well, Meemail Mike. Hope you enjoy that. Is this a brand new community save then, since it's experimental? That is... I'm currently flip-flopping on that. So, add your input in chat if you want this to be the new community save, because it's experimental. We can make this the new community save after this stream. If you guys so want desire that, or we could just leave this as a save and go from somewhere else. New building at Hollowfield. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it actually looks like an oil depot now. Neat. What was it? The thing of it is, TSX, while that is true, what can a Northern do? Or what can a 410-4 do that Northern can't? You know, that's the main thing. Oh, I keep forgetting the box caps in the game. Keep meaning to add that and play with it. But then at that point, what are you sacrificing? Like, there's a point of diminishing returns here. And at that point, once a Northern can't handle a train, you're better off going with probably an articulated like a Challenger. Because the rigid frameness of the 410-4 is... it's a 410-4. Especially if it's the same driver size as a Northern. Well, Vevla, actually, with the Midland mod pack, I do my best to keep it constant. I think the V1 of the Midland mod pack stayed the same for probably actually about 3 months now. Now, yeah, when experimental updates, things break, which is kind of, you know, the way that is. I will say all the mods in it are going to be either Railloader or Unity Mod Manager, which means using the mods folder is kind of going to be a thing. So I can just zip that up and send that. So keeping people on track should be possible. Emphasis on should be. Emphasis on should be. And yes, Challenger, we did. Well, if it's small drivered, that's different. Because you know, smaller driver tire radius, it's one of those things. And Chris Scott, I could turn this into normal Strasbourg. I turned it into this mainly because I was feeling a little nostalgic. I could put it to the normal one. I could. But, you know, I'm feeling a little nostalgic. It would go through the corners better, but again, if you're starting to get into the bigger locomotives, yes, the SP had a 410-2. You know, the UP had a 412-2. They were successful purely because the role they were designed for was pretty much suited for them. You know, it's one of those things. And yeah, there was 210-2 Santa Fe's.
Hello.
Ah, who goes there? It's Mr. C-Sam.
I have arrived.
Mr. C-Sam is here.
Hello, everybody. Hello, chat.
What news do you bring?
I didn't come to self-plug. I just came to hang out.
Oh, okay, excellent.
If you want me to, I will, but I didn't come to do that.
You can plug as much as your heart desires.
Okay. Well, for everybody out there watching, tonight over on both Angry Ragtimer's YouTube channel and the WNCRR, we'll be streaming with the new, soon-to-be released, and I do mean soon, ladies and gentlemen, Chesapeake and Ohio 210-4, the T1. And then after that, I don't know what else is going on, but if you want, you can come over and watch us run the ye old Hooterville Cannonball over on the WNCRR channel. We'll be doing an absolutely fun stream on the CNFW, so have fun.
Excellent. Sounds like fun. And I always like when you say that you have to specify the CNO T1, because if you just said T1, you have to be like, no, not that T1, the other T1. No, not that T1, the other T1.
Yeah, you'd be very surprised how many times that I said, "Oh, hey, by the way, we're building a T1," and everybody went, "What, the Penzi engine? No, not that one. Oh, the Redding engine? No, wait, not that one either. The cool one,
the big one,
the CNO one, the big one."
The 210-4.
Well, they were all big. Yeah.
Conveniently, kind of what we're talking about in chat here, because everybody's going on about a 410.
I didn't realize when I jumped in. She's a horse and a half, buddy. She really is.
Another engine I'll be able to call Big Chungus.
Well, you know what? since you're awfully chill here.
I do my best. I try to be chill.
I'll tell you, you can sit on about 6,500 tons coming east out of Bryson, and it'll rip 40 coming through Whittier.
Nice. Very nice.
Yes, it's a horse.
So those massive Robinson Gap coal drags.
Oh, forget Robinson Gap. You need to get on the Kirkland bandwagon. Tier 5, day 1, 500 cars all day long.
Oh boy.
And yeah. Oh, my dog has apparently decided to join us. I left my door open and the dog wandered in. Hello, dog.
Excellent.
Even the dog's excited about the new future. Hello, dog. Say hi. Here, dog. Say hi. Sniff the mic. Say something charming to the people. Dog's not very talkative. I'm sorry.
Oh, dog's not being.
Anyway. Here, Midland, check your DMs. Yeah, But no, thing was built by RC Rockin', the same guy that built the H6. It's definitely a step up and a half, and this one the front won't fly off this one. So yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
You saying the front flying off? You reminded me of that comedy skit where the ship had the front that fell off.
Oh yeah. that's not supposed to happen. Oh, the front fell off. Does that happen all the time? No.
No.
There was a wave. A wave hit it at sea. What are the odds of that? Oh, chance in a million. I love it.
But was there a design defect? Well, with this ship, maybe. But what about other ships? No, not other ships. Why not other ships? Well, the front didn't fall off.
The front didn't fall off those. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, I dig the Indian Valley skin on the 475 there.
Yeah. I will say I kind of wish it still had like the box version instead of just lining, because then you could go full 475 from that era.
Oh yes, yes.
But this was close enough.
Yes. Oh Lord, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm not going to spoil anything for the chat, but Kraken's got a couple of other projects he's working on that hopefully we'll hear about later in the year, and at some point the H6 is probably due for a rework. But he's kind of like us with Articulateds, just trying to wait and see what happens there, because
yeah,
we get native support that'll make everything a lot better. So
yeah, because I know there's a second Articulated, but it's one of those things where it's getting it in there is probably so complicated that doing it is probably at least a half a year to a year long process.
It's really not that hard to actually get them in. It's just that the in-game system can't handle them. I'm sorry, I've hijacked your stream. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Okay.
I'm just running a train here.
No, the thing with Articulateds is that Railroader only accepts 2-cylinder inputs. So a simple or a compound. The compounds are even more complicated, obviously. They don't work like they should. And the problem with that is when you try to input that in there, it's like, okay, this is for I'll give you an example, like the AE, the big 210-10-2 that we've got.
Yeah.
That Luna made, and I bought off Luna and all that fun stuff. It only reads it as a 010-2.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it don't work right. Dog, you don't have to eat my peanuts. I can't argue with you over it right now, but yeah.
Dog being dog.
Yeah, dog's having an explorer right now. But yeah. It's a process, but there's actually, well, there's quite a few projects laid up, ready to go, and when Articulated support comes in, it'll be you're going to see so much big power, you know, you're going to get sick of it. But
All the big power.
But yeah, hopefully this stream tonight with Angry goes really well, and you need to bust that thing open and play with it here. Maybe not right now, but you know.
Yeah, that'll be a later thing, because everybody should go watch Angry and the WNCR guys later tonight. I think that's what, at 6 o'clock. You guys are doing that.
Yeah, we're doing that at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do your own time conversions, because I don't math.
I don't either.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter whose channel you watch it on, just so long as you watch it. There'll be a little bit of a history lesson if I can let Angry let me get away with it for a minute, and then, yeah.
Well, he'll let you get away with it.
You know, it, like we've been talking for a while now, right? Like, I don't ever really get worked up over anything, but the T1s, I swear, I started researching them and was like, oh, I need some talking points. And I just got so wrapped up in the story about these engines. I'm like, my God, this thing's a monster. And then it was like, oh, you know, they only lived for 20 years. They were gone by 53. All of them, and none of them survived. And it's so tragic. And it just, the whole... Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, before this mod, I think the only way you could even experience that engine was through like a BLI brass hybrid model.
I have an older BLI model that I bought years ago, and it's not a brass hybrid. They've made a couple of runs of it.
Yeah.
But the locomotive, is monstrous.
Yeah.
And
a big choo-choo.
Stick it next to a B65 and look at it, because you think a B60, because you get railroad and you're like, man, a B65, just such a big, huge engine. And then the F71 came out and we're like, man, that's massive. And then you put the T1 next to it and it makes it look like a G16. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
So it's just, I can't, it's not even that I'm trying to plug my own stuff. It's literally just the coolest engine ever that's a big freight engine. And they were fast too. They would roll 10,000 tons up to 40 miles an hour and hold it there. Just, good Lord. I'm sorry, I'm foaming at the mouth.
Oh, you're fine.
But
trust me, I know the experience of going down a rabbit hole of an engine. Because
yeah, I never did that before now, but
yeah, I did that with an engine I actually hope gets added to the game at some point, but I'm not in a position, unfortunately, to commission mods to do it. Just because
shoot it to me.
Because of current situations and everything. I don't know if you were here for early in the stream, but being on the needing to be employed line rather than employed makes certain things difficult.
Of course.
But the one engine I kind of did that with is the Canadian Pacific F1As, the 444s. And it's just like, oh, these things are neat. They're horribly underpowered and terribly slippery, but they're neat.
Oh, the T1? Oh, the Jubilee, the 444. Yeah. You know, I never really was a fan of like the Canadian Pacific had some of those that were in the beer can casing, didn't they?
The Royal Hudsons. They actually had a 210-4 that got that casing as well.
I'm painfully aware.
Let me guess,
because it came up. It came up. It came up. It came up. I think the Jubilees are a neat wheel configuration. I'm kind of like you. I like the oddball locomotives that don't get remembered just because they're just more interesting, aren't they? Like the stories and just the evolution and the all the decisions that went into this is what we need.
Yeah. This is what we need. But yeah. All right. So, Mr. CSAM, our challenge here today
Oh boy, here we go.
is we're going from Silva to Andrews with nothing
right.
but the 480, the Mastodon, and one aux tender. That's the 8,000 gallon aux tender, not the massive one.
Okay.
And we're trying to make it on one tank of water.
Uh-huh.
But the chat can donate, if they wished, to add passenger cars to our train. So we currently have 7. And I mean, this would mean that going up Red Marble could be tricky for a moment. But also, we're using the weight to use more water.
Oh boy. Well, you know, the chat should definitely give a few dollars here, because this is going to be an absolute treat to watch, because I've got it loaded up, but I don't have it, I don't have the audio on because I can't stand hearing myself talk. So, yeah, you should definitely throw a few bucks this way, because I would definitely like to see him stall out before he makes it to Almond.
Well, that's the thing.
Or not Almond,
We're at the bottom of the
Taylor.
first grade now. We're just out of Bryson. And we're about to dig into the first kind of real grade on the railroad.
Send it! Straight up send it.
Bandit, I think you can have multiple. I just don't think that they work with multiple. They could. That might be something we need to test out. I think it can only go from one to the other. I don't think you can go aux tender into aux tender. It'd be neat if you could.
Yeah.
The thing is, the bigger version that Beeman put in the game, the 28,000 gallon one, I didn't want to use that. One, because that's overkill. But two, it doesn't look right with anything but like a UP engine.
Anything can be a UP engine by the use of text boxes.
That's true.
Just remember, you know, there were C&O engines that went the way of the Union Pacific.
Yes.
And they are just as interesting as the T1, in my opinion. The Simple Simons, the H7s. No, we're not. Don't get excited. We're not doing that.
Definitely not teasing mods that are coming up. Hopefully, maybe. But probably
No, we wouldn't do that. No. Maybe no. I don't want to look at another articulated locomotive for a while. I have been looking at one for the last week, and it is killing me. But it is.
You can neither confirm nor deny, nor neither will confirm nor deny. Or in this case, you'll probably outright deny.
I will outright tell you that what it is probably the best steam locomotive mod put into Railroader. Ever. For a while. And I'm saying that as the owner of the T1 mod, because it was a commission, and this one just absolutely beats the fire out of it, because the guy that made it is a perfectionist, and it looks great. And hopefully we'll be able to take a look at that in the next couple of weeks, maybe. We'll see. But you just got a donation. Man said stick on another aux tender there at Alarka, so
I guess we're sticking on another aux tender at Alarka.
Yeah, you get to have
the I don't know if it'll be full. So we might have to do this weirdly if we want it full. Also, I'm going too fast.
If you have Railroader utilities, you might be able to select it and then hit fill.
Well, guess what? I don't have.
That's a sad thing. I recommend everybody having the utilities mod.
Yeah, put it this way. I'm slowly adding mods into this pack because this is going to eventually become B2 of the Midland mod pack. So
right.
I'm like slowly adding things just to make sure everything kind of works together. And this is the first iteration. Like, there's no map mods on this.
Oh, okay. So it's all vanilla, except for the equipment and stuff.
Except for the equipment. Will map mobs get added? Yeah, probably. I'm just taking it slow and taking my time trying to add stuff in.
I have a coal mine for you.
Oh
Do you want to manually load 100 coal cars a day?
Not particularly.
It's more fun than you think it is.
Yeah, Bandit, I don't know if it will work on the aux tender. I tried it when I added this aux tender, and I got an unhandled error. that also could be
Yeah.
down to me not. That also could just be me not putting in the command correctly.
Be.
Worst case, filling out of hell. Well, we have a way we can do this. I just need to line us correctly. I will say I do want map enhancer to get updated, but I am glad
It is
that in the base
updated.
game you can still throw switches.
It is updated.
It is?
Yeah,
Is
it works for
updated
me.
on Nexus?
No.
Okay.
If you need it, I can flip it to you.
That would
Just remind me after this.
That'd be mucho help.
Actually, I'll just do it right now. Since I'm not in the game, I can do that.
Yeah, that'd be mucho help because you can tell my Spanish is totally up to par.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Flawless. I don't speak Spanish either, so it sounds good to me.
Put it this way, when I was in high school, I had to retake Spanish 1 because I just wasn't good at it. I got to Spanish 2, and then I realized the college I was going to recommended 2 years of a language, so I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Oh no. I wanna share a piece of railroad news today, if I may. It's your stream, so I'll let you
Go ahead.
decide there. The Big South Fork Scenic Railroad in Stearns, Kentucky, formerly the home of 4501, suffered sometime in the last week suffered a very serious accident. They let their SW8 get away down a 3.5% mountain grade.
Oh yeah, I saw the aftermath of that. Luckily,
Yeah.
nobody hurt. Nobody was on it.
Yes,
You know, that's the key part. Equipment can be replaced with enough money. People cannot. And
yes, that's the very fortunate thing. Sad thing is, having run that locomotive, that breaks my heart a little bit. But I'm not sure where that leaves the K&T because they don't actually have another locomotive that runs right now, aside from the 102 Alco, and it wasn't in good health the last time I was there. So, hopefully they'll get that working again.
fingers
But the
crossed.
SW8 is like it hit the wall so hard that it actually broke the main generator away from the prime mover.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it buried itself 11 feet into the side of a mountain. It's gone forever. And I don't know how they'll ever get it out of there because there's no road down there.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they don't really have a crane on property that's on rails.
They have nothing. I don't know. And the thing is, it borders up against the Big South Fork National Forest, so
Getting anything in is tricky. And
yes. But a good railroad that was really picking its feet up. It went through some management and ownership changes, and the new owners rebuilt 3.5 miles of track, and they did a lot of great work, and they were on the up. And unfortunately, that happened. I don't understand how it happened, and I'm not going to speculate on stream, but definitely keep that group in your prayers, folks, because they're gonna need it. You can't hear me typing, can you?
no, you're good.
Okay, cool.
I just got painted the picture of the aftermath. That unfortunately I don't have my stream set up like Angry does where I can share the picture easily. I should probably change that at some point, frankly. Somebody
I'm in the
remind
same
me to
boat.
do that. But yeah, that thoughts to those guys. Glad nobody was hurt.
Absolutely.
Hopefully,
I know a couple of guys that work up there, and I'm glad that that nobody got hurt. But it breaks my heart. It just does.
And it's again, I've been some of you may know I've been a tour guide at DBT, and there's a reason we say we're going from one side to the tracks to the other, because no matter the reason, whether it's something like this or there's equipment moving, equipment can go in any direction at any time for any reason. Keep your wits about.
Yes.
And if you do see a piece of equipment running away, don't try and jump on it. Don't be like the guy in Unstoppable.
Yeah, you are not Denzel Washington. You do not have plot armor.
Exactly. Also, CSX, hello to your kitten. don't get me wrong, Unstoppable is one of those movies that you watch and it's just like, okay, I need to turn my brain off for an hour and a half. But the problem is, now that I've been at least vaguely involved in the industry,
yes,
it's just like I see too many issues. Also, meanwhile, Mike, what do you mean my Discord's not working? You're unable. Might be a connection issue on your end. Speaking of Discord, if you want to join the Discord, exclamation point Discord. Should renew an invite letter. Should. Emphasis on should. Yeah, now, Mr. C-Sam, I will say there's another element to this challenge that isn't kind of in play, because I did say there was no time limit involved.
Mm-hmm.
But there is kind of a time limit involved.
Are we running a timetable?
We are not. However, I have a meeting at a certain time that I need to be at.
Right. I have a few minutes before I have to get with Angry and start getting ready for the stream.
So it's one of those. There's not an official deadline. However, by a
There
certain
is a
time.
deadline.
And Rex, with the helpful tech tip of Control R, this has been your tech tip with Rex.
Yes. Praise ye the Rex.
Also, I appreciate that he changed his YouTube name from Reptar to Rex, so now there's no confusion as to who he is. Because I'm not going to lie, there was many an occasion on Angry Stream I would see Reptar in chat, and I would be like, who's that? Who are you? And then be like, Rex, and I'd be like, oh, okay. Alright, let's see here. Scroll down through all the engines. Where is the aux tender? It's fairly obvious where it is. The heck, where is it? Yes. I know it's in here somewhere. If somebody sees it, please point it out to me. There it is. Found it. Okay. Let's get this placed correctly so we can get it filled. Let's renumber it. Okay, it's filling, which is good. Now the fun part is, even if this doesn't work, this has added extra weight.
Yes. Now this engine will make mucho noise. I am excited.
Yes, mucho noise.
I am a dyed-in-the-wool Southern fan, but even in a W by extension, I'm so excited that the Molly is in the game. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh my god, it does work.
Really?
Yeah, it just said all. It just said all water lines connect from 476A are connected to 475A. So it does work.
Oh boy.
And 475A is filling.
You can have infinite water.
You can have infinite water.
That's great.
It also means we're going to be filling at this water stop for a little while.
Yeah, that's the only downside to that, yeah. But
But you can have infinite water. I approve of that. So we're going to have, by the time this is all filled up, we're going to have 26,000 gallons of water that we're going to have to try and lug most of up Red Marble with 7 passenger cars. Assuming nobody donates to get more passenger cars. This is going to be hilarious. Well, if anybody adds a NNW A class to the game.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Be
a lot. There's a lot of engines that would be great for Railroader that maybe need to get added at some point. I personally think that we need ANWP 290. We also need another weird one of or two of PS4 knockoff that had a short excursion career and needs to get added. 1218 would be cool. Yeah. There's a lot of engines that'd be neat. Need a bigger map for some of those, though.
Yeah, bigger map in a different area. And Vevla donating to get another aux tender. So
I think you need another aux tender.
Before the hill starts. I mean, we're kind of up on the hill, but I'm assuming you would mean before Red Marble, so we're going to add it now since we're here.
Lovely.
But I will say this does now mean
it means straight to 8. Don't be late.
It just leave the throttle on the ceiling and let it do its thing.
Yeah. Well, at least you're downhill, so you'll have to carry most of this weight up Red Marble.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the river grade. I mean, I guess you could leave it in the corner and try to lose some of the coal, but I mean, you are hurting. I'm glad that's not me.
I will say, we started out with 16 tons of coal. We've used about 1.5 tons getting up here. And, we're at Alarka Junction, which means we're probably, if I had to guess, probably about a third of a little over a third, around a third of the way. I might have to save and come back to this in a different stream tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd be down. We need to do that. Of course, we can always add more water tenders.
Yeah. We're gonna number this one 476A or 477A. Or actually, no. I know exactly what I need to change the numbering scheme. We have 475A. We have 475 AAA. And we're going to have 475 AA. It's going to be the auxiliary. All right.
AA. It's a battery. Got the Energizer Bunny on it.
Well, it gives us more energy, technically. So we'll just keep going and going and going.
You'll run out of coal before you run out of water.
Exactly. Now, one thing I will say. I do like... Wait, did it work? It did!
You now have... This is now a Kevin Costner movie called Waterworld.
Yeah.
My lord. Oh, goodness gracious.
This works.
Yes.
This officially works. Train of nothing but water. We're going to look like one of the SP firefighting trains.
You're going to look like a train on the Santa Fe resupplying water towers.
Yes.
Goodness.
I decoupled that so we could do that. So now 475, you do that. Curve dunk. So we have almost half as many tank cars full of water as we do passenger cars full of people. This is just an excursion off the N&W through the Southern onto the Murphy branch. That's what this is.
No. With this much water, we're headed down to the Florida East Coast to go to Key West.
Exactly. Oh boy, that is a fun fact. Bandit. Part of the Southern Oregon SP trains were required to carry water tanks over a particular hill because their brakes overheated.
Goodness gracious. You know, I lost my headphone case about 10 minutes ago, and I still haven't found it because I got distracted coming on here talking to y'all.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
We
I'm probably
caught
going to
you
need that
monologuing.
later. You caught me monologuing about an engine and it's hijacking your stream. I am so sorry.
It's all good. Oh my god, getting this moving.
You are
So
hit.
just the aux tenders and the locomotive was 385 tons.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
All right. Let's get this ball rolling.
That's a whole gymnasium worth of them now.
Exactly.
It's not a ball, it's a boulder.
It's a boulder.
Wait a minute, try something. Try turning on how do the headlights on the aux tenders work?
That's a great question.
If you turn your rear headlight on? Oh,
So
okay.
They do work. But you have to...
I was
It's not a key bind, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say, if you turn your rear headlight on, are we going to have 4 headlights pointed backward?
We could.
Don't kill your frames.
Exactly. It's not a boulder, it's
Don't
a
you have...
rock.
You might want to make your passenger stop at Alarka if you haven't already. Somebody pointed out there.
I didn't even have the Alarka guys on here.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I knew I wasn't going out the Alarka branch for this.
Okay.
So I didn't have those stations onto here.
I think somebody just wants to see you go up the whatever % grade it is with this train.
No, we're going.
Where we're going, we don't even need the rails. Oh wait, yeah we do.
We need rails, but we're not going to need brakes, hopefully.
Right. Goodness gracious.
It's sluggish. It's sluggish.
I would say so, but you're about to fall off a cliff, so hold on. Don't want to old 97 that bridge out the other side of the next siding.
What's the speed limit through here? 30?
Well, it's whatever the brakes will hold it at. Well, I'm gonna pop out of here, Midland. Thanks for letting me come on, buddy. Always a good time.
Anytime. Enjoy your stream with Angry later tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. Don't forget to stop on by on the WNCRR channel. We're streaming that as well, and then we'll be streaming the C and FW Railroad tonight at 7:30 Eastern. The Hooterville Cannonball makes its triumphant return, just in the wrong state and the wrong place with the wrong headlight. But it looks good, and we got the right whistle, and there will be many jokes made. And you should... Oh, man, that's about to fall over. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
This is the problem with going back to the default, because now the sway's set back to normal. So it's just like... Whee! I usually play with my sway set to like 0.2. So it doesn't do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, enjoy that thing in your DMs and go nuts.
I shall.
All right.
And you enjoy your stream later at 6 p.m. Eastern.
At 6 p.m. Eastern, Angry's channel, WNCRR channel, doesn't matter. Watch us. We're gonna have a whole hootenanny and a half. So come on out and see the big show pony do exactly what she was built to do, folks. You're not gonna want to miss it.
Exactly.
I will catch y'all next time.
Bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. CSAM of the WNCRR. And once again, at 6 p.m. Eastern, please go check out their stream with Angry Ragtimer about the C&O T1. Not that T1. And not that T1. The other T1. Alright, so far we're coasting. We're okay. Yeah, this... I usually play with a lean of 0.2. This is the lean back to 0.1. In fact, is there a way I can change that? Is that a thing I can change in game? I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Yoink. There we go. Because, frankly, that is an unrealistic amount of lean. So we're going to turn it down a little bit. I will say, this is kind of reminding me of some Uinta madness. Where they had like 4 ox tenders for the Malays. Oh no, Kenosha's playing. I like how Kenosha's playing, and all of a sudden I just hear Flan squeal. So folks, I will say I will probably need to do a part 2 to the stream tomorrow night. Because I want to be off by 6 o'clock. I have some things I need to handle, and then I have a meeting later tonight. So you won't see me on for the Angry stream, so please go watch Angry, support him. He's a wonderful human being. So please remember that. That was a thud. Oh God. I think we're going a little quick. Vedla, no, there are not ox coal tenders. I mean, unless you consider a hopper an ox coal tender. But no, there's nothing functional in game that functions like that. And just remember, we started with one aux extender and 2 coaches. You guys caused this. This has to make it up red marble. Which, unfortunately, due to timing, might be a tomorrow thing. I hope it isn't, because I want to do it today. Oh yeah, isn't the AI's different now? That's right. All right, I'll be back in a second, folks. So keep an eye on the train for me, and I'll be back in a moment. Sorry about that, folks. I'm back. Had to go get a beverage. A hopper with a large screw conveyor. Oh, jeez. I mean, a way it could work is you have a hopper with a conveyor belt in it, and it just reaches over. I have enough water to make it up the hill. I might not make it up the hill because of the water. Guys in a bucket. Oh god, oh god. We're going a little quickly there. The freak guys. This is a bucket. Dear God. Time for a station stop. bringing all of this to a stop. See, there's a standpipe here if we needed water. I don't think we need water. You know what? We're going to change up the whistle a little bit. There we go. We're going to change this up a little bit. It's my stream. Let's see here. Perfect. Ooh, white walls. Neat. Can the tender have white walls? Southern lettering, side numbers, bunker lettering, class names. Oh, darn. Can't. Wish it could. That'd be neat. That'd be neat. Changes boiler jacket on locomotives. I think that's livery dependent, if I remember right. Or, hold on. Does the mod make it so? Yeah, I think that's livery dependent. Okay. Basically, yeah, I think you have to get a dedicated livery mod to do that CSX. There's ways to do it. I'm not fluent in them, but there are ways to do it. Just not in this context. Let's see here. Yep, that's still full. That's still full. That's draining slightly. Now, supposedly... Okay, there's a 30 section coming up. 30s. Okay. So you can speed up a little bit. Probably to about 35. I'm not on this part of the line often, rarely on stream. This is a pretty part of the line, I'm not gonna lie. This is a very pretty part of the line. Pretty before hell begins. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Also, is this one of the 30 curves? It is. Yeah, pretty before hell of red marble. So how this is working is this will go down by 100 gallons. This will then fill it. Once this goes down, this will fill this. And once this goes down, this will fill this. It is all of the water all of the time. Wahaha. What was the NNW Experimental 3? For some reason, I feel like I don't have all the whistles that I should. So we're kind of dealing with that at the moment. Yeah, I definitely don't have the whistles I should at the moment. I need to look into that. There we go. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Where are we? We're about to Wesser. We're almost to Wesser. Now we're going to traditional NNW. I don't know what was that was about. It seemed to flash a little bit there, and I don't know why. I think we're getting a little bit of a graphical glitch, and we're slowing down, which was not my intention. Sorry about that. Do. Past Wesser, Hewitt, and then Nadahela. So potentially, more than likely, we'll be able to deal with Red Marble in the remaining time we have. We have about 40 minutes left to get from just south of Wesser to Andrews, which is about, what is that, like 16 miles? 17 miles. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Do you think we can do it? If you think we can do it, drop a like and share the stream. I think we can do it. And we've only used about 2.1 tons of coal. So we're doing okay. We're doing okay. All right, 16 miles, 40 minutes. Supposedly, we're good for 35 for a bit. Hewitt doesn't have a station. It's just a stop. Nadahela has a station. So I'm just going to leave the throttle at the ceiling for the moment. So far, the experimental branch has been stable, which I'm kind of grateful for. I know I was having stability issues before. I think I got that sorted out. I think I figured out what that was. Good. So we take play with Angry. If he wishes. MD Railer, you're happy with the experimental range. I'm so far happy. Initially, I wasn't. I didn't have stability, didn't really have much of anything. Now it seems to be doing okay. Again, I think that's down to figuring out what that issue was. Yeah, I would agree with that. I will say this. That fits this engine. That fits this engine. The experimental branch waypoint mode for AI. Yeah. I haven't tried it yet, but I've seen other people use it, and it does seem extremely helpful, especially if you just want to have the AI do some complex switching for you. Except when it doesn't reset switches, well. That's to make sure you're paying attention, man. That's all that is. That's all that is. Coming around the corner to Hewitt here. How's this aux tender? Okay, almost a quarter full. Yes, it is, Derailer. Yes, it is. It is the 480, the Mastodon, made famous by the Strasbourg Railroad. 475. Thinks I might need to top off my water. I think we're okay. I will need to slow down, though. Slightly. Now, supposedly, this has 40,000 pounds of tractive effort. 40,000 pounds of tractive effort to bring 580-ish tons up over Red Marble to Topton. That's what we're gonna have to deal with. And anytime in derailment, anytime. So we're getting close to Nottahala, folks. So share with your friends. The chaos is likely about to ensue, or it might not. Who knows? This might go surprisingly smoothly. How am I on coal? We're at 12.8 tons of coal. So we haven't even gone through half the coal yet. I'm just backing off on the throttle slightly. Because this is going to get interesting. This is going to get very, very interesting very quickly. Station stop in half a mile, and then climb the grade. getting somewhere. Now the fun part is we can't keep this momentum. We have to make the station stop. So... We're coming to a stop. And actually, I just noticed we're at 578 tons, which leads me to mention that's actually the number of a Pacific I would love to see in game too. Norfolk and Western 578. I think it's currently in Ohio. I think that'd be a neat little Pacific to have in game here. Okay. Have 12 passengers waiting. They're going the other direction. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to tackle Red Marble. Hello, PXCK. You're joining here about most of the way through the stream, but the things you missed are change is weird. Change is coming to the Midland mod pack. We're testing out some things that you can kind of see on screen. Where we're trying out the experimental branch. But also, Midland is now unemployed full time. So that's a change that is kind of scary and hopefully going to be dealt with through the job application process. But change is weird, and I'm spending some time here with you guys, and here we go. Up Red Marble. Well, this might be having a very predictable result. Glad to hear that, Colin Black, and welcome here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going predictably. Thank you, PXCK. I appreciate you. just for that PXCK, what helper do you want to get us here in game? Because we're gonna need one. Yes, she is, Colin Black. Yes, she is. So PXCK, what helper locomotive should we get? Should we try? Ooh, we could try out one of the new ones. According to Bevla, Red Marble has claimed being another victim. Normally you say Mike but need more power. Well, we do have some options in that regard. Especially with there's new Pacifics. We have a P48 in the Chonk USRA 080. Alrighty. USRA 080 it is. We need the Chonk. The Chonk helper. The ox tender doesn't need a helper. The helper doesn't need an ox tender. It's fine. I like how I have both of these engines at full and we're still only managing 13 or 14 miles an hour. And West W's here. Welcome, West W. See, hold on, guys. We're totally making it with just the Mastodon. It's fine. Totally just the Mastodon. And thank you again, PXCK. I'm definitely going to need whatever luck I can get in this job search. I've been job searching since I was let go on Friday. So, hopefully something comes of it. Day and age with the job market making it very easy to apply for jobs, but also very easy to ignore applications. So thank you. KXTK, I wish I could. Unfortunately, YouTube, while you guys are awesome and amazing, I don't know that YouTube would provide the stable income I need. If that makes sense. Maybe with time, it would, but it's one of those things where I wish it would. It'd be nice. If I could make enough anytime I stream to make it a full-time gig, that'd be awesome. Because that would afford me a ton of flexibility. Unfortunately, I just don't know that for me, at least at this moment, is possible. Maybe someday in the future. But I just wish. I wish to find a stable form. How does the aux tender work? Well, the water feeds through hoses from the aux tender into the water tank. Sometimes there's a pump helping, sometimes there's not. Just depends on the design, and sometimes it's just gravity. They can be. It's just one of those things where, would it be nice? Yeah. The flexibility of just doing this would be awesome. I don't know. I don't know that necessarily. I know that that's not possible for me at this point. Arctic Grey Wolf, I wish you all the best. Sorry to hear that you've been unemployed since then. Not usually Challenger. It's usually that pump just handles from the tender into the engine, aka the injector. It's usually run off of a series of pipes that, as this lowers, the level kind of balances out between them, and it just keeps everything kind of full, and it all draws from the same. It's neat. It's a neat process. We're at Graham County. So, folks, I think what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to end stream once we get to Topton. I'm saying that purely because that's all we're going to really have time for. And then we're going to be going back to you guys will have the opportunity to watch Angry, as well as Mr. CSAM, show off the CNO T1 this evening, which will be awesome. Go support them. They're awesome people. And I certainly look forward to watching that whenever I'm able to watch it. And yes, challenge physics. Basically physics. think we're almost there. I think. Keep repeating, I think. I'm not too sure. we're getting something. Almost there. Just a little bit further. That sign marks the top. You're gonna head off. Have a good one. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Alrighty, folks, we've made it to Topton. Unfortunately, I think that's all we have time for. I will see you in the next one, which will be sometime tomorrow. Time is to be determined, but there will be a stream tomorrow. We'll probably finish this off and then get talking about what we're gonna do next. But until then, guys, I ask that you take care. Thank you again for all the support. Thank you for listening to me about the changes that are happening, because change is weird. And change is sometimes scary, but you know, life goes on. But on that note, take care, everybody, and have an awesome one. Bye.